Hey guys, Eric with Verus Engineering, and on today's video we're going to go over the GT4 Aero kit that we developed and are going to be hopefully releasing soon. So we're going to start with the front on the underside, go towards the rear, and then we will lower it and go over the stuff that's on the top side. So to start, we have our front splitter. This is a high downforce front splitter. It incorporates very large carbon tunnels, which increase downforce quite substantially. It is chassis mounted, if you will. It has multiple brackets that go to the chassis, as well as this carbon air dam on the top side, which basically captures this lip detail, which is from Porsche. So the front splitter can handle significant downforce. The front splitter also can handle quite a bit of off-road excursions. It's not made out of carbon, although it does look like a carbon material. It's carbon thermoplastic, which basically is a plastic with carbon impregnated into it. It makes it a little bit flexy, but at the same time, it's not going to shatter, and it is still lightweight. So I'm sure that we're going to get questioned if it is chassis mounted and if it can handle downforce. And just to show you real quickly, it can handle quite a bit of load in various places throughout the entire deal. So it's going to be able to handle 300, 400 pounds without a problem. And that's because of how we mounted it and the materials we used. Another cool feature of our front splitter is that this front lip right here is actually fully removable. So while you are driving it on the street, you can remove that and you have less of a chance to ding it and hit it on daily driving commutes. But then when you get to the racetrack, you can slap it on with a handful of bolts and you significantly increase your downforce because of this large radiused lip and the increased length, which then generates the high pressures on the top side and low pressure on the bottom side. All right, so moving a bit further rearward, we did not have to mess with the underbody at all. It is extremely flat from the factory. Porsche did a great job, but we did want to complement our front splitter with some side splitters. Unfortunately, our very first articles did not fit the car as well as we wanted, so we're basically back to square one. We've already ordered up some new molds, some new first articles, hopefully getting those around March or April. But it's going to look similar to this. It's just going to hug the body a little bit better. And they will install very easily on car as such, but it will hug the body better. Construction for the side splitter, 2x2 twill, carbon fiber, autoclave cured, so it is actually a pre-preg carbon. Extremely lightweight, fairly rigid for how thin they are. Moving a bit further rearward, we have our transmission or engine underbody cover. It is a flat piece of sheet metal that bolts to factory locations throughout. It's also very stout, but doesn't really see any downforce, so there's no real need for it to be stout, but it is. And then moving rearward, we have our rear diffuser, which the underbody panel and the diffuser bolts together. And the underbody panel aids in feeding the rear diffuser clean airflow. The rear diffuser is 3 pieces, and it is a 2x2 twill carbon fiber autoclave cured again with 4 straights, which are actually a hard durometer polyurethane, so that if you hit it on the ground, it's going to just bend and flex instead of cracking if it was carbon. So this increases longevity and reliability without taking too much away from the design aspect. The rear diffuser performs very well, especially with the rear wing that we have and the front splitter that we designed. And all those parts do work together as a single unit, which is why we developed an entire kit. The rear diffuser helps feed the front splitter, and the rear wing helps feed the rear diffuser additional airflow, which increases its performance. The rear diffuser does not require any hole drilling. The underbody panel requires 1 hole to be drilled slightly larger than factory with a rivet nut installed. The front splitter, I forgot to add, does not require a single hole to be drilled in the entire unit. We're pretty proud of that. So overall, this entire kit does not require any holes to be drilled in your GT4, and no really permanent modifications necessary. Install manuals will be out. Install videos for a lot of it are also going to be out. I guess let's get it on the ground and let's talk about the rear wing and the dive planes. So from the top side, we get to see the carbon fiber air dam. Again, 2x2 twill carbon fiber, pre-preg, autoclave cured. We can see the carbon fiber thermoplastic splitter lip, nice and sturdy. The carbon fiber air dam, and then it actually includes this OEM piece, or that replaces the OEM piece. It is also carbon fiber, and our front splitter actually comes with brackets that then you can bolt this to. It makes it really stout. No double-sided tape is necessary, which we thought was really neat compared to some other competitors out there. And here we have our carbon fiber dive planes. They are a dual element. They can be attached by either double-sided tape or a bolt and nut. We now have had customers that have taken it up to 155 miles per hour with the double-sided tape without failure. So the double-sided tape seems to be holding pretty well. And these units actually increase the evacuation out of the front wheel wells while also creating a strong vortice down the side of the car to actually feed the air inlets. To finish off the package, we have our 300mm cord universal rear wing, which has Porsche specific mounting. It does actually bolt 100% to the factory locations, and for the most part looks like an OEM install, minus it's significantly larger. This does produce substantial downforce compared to the OEM unit, and comes with everything you see here. The gurney flap is installed on this specific wing, and currently it is at 9 degrees angle of attack. The wing does produce downforce all the way up to 14 degrees angle of attack. The uprights are machined 6061 T6 aluminum, as are the mounts. NAS hardware is used throughout the wing to ensure that there's no issues there. Jet nuts are used on the other side to ensure that they do not back off. These are our end plates specifically designed to improve the efficiency of the rear wing. By venting the high pressure side and feeding the low pressure side, we increase the efficiency of the rear wing substantially. We also have this cool little curve section on the bottom and trailing edge, which again improves efficiency of the rear wing. The end plate took us quite a bit of time to develop, and as proven in the wind tunnel, it actually does work and work quite well actually. Well guys, thanks for joining us. This is what we're referring to as our Ventus suit kit on the GT4. If you have any questions, feel free to email us, sales@verusengineering.com. We look forward to seeing you next time.